I think it's the second game in a row where our opponent made more threes than us. And again, I'm going to sound redundant, but it's a really good league, and everyone in this league can play. If you get seduced by the standings and kind of look at the rankings and say, oh, well, they should get that one or they should get that one, that's when it'll thwart what your process needs to be focused on. And for us, that's going to be daily improvement. And UTEP's well coached. They have really good players. So I was really pleased with our response. I'm old enough in this to know there's going to be an ebb and flow to every game. I got a little fatigued that we let double-digit lead evaporate so quickly, and I shared that with them at halftime. And UTEP came out and made a bunch of them in a row. And the great thing about today is we didn't react. We played with emotion, but we weren't emotional, and that's a really good deposit.
What would you say the biggest difference is in the response maybe from tonight versus the Mexico State game? Your ability to be able to space out from UTEP game tonight after it came a tie game?
Well, again, they're both really good teams. So I don't, Bryson. I mean, it's a good question. I probably would tell you like this happens in college basketball. I don't know what the scores are today, but I can guarantee you some team that was supposed to win by so many points didn't win. And we just can't get in that space where just because our record says one thing that we're unbeatable. We're not unbeatable. We are a work in progress. The great thing is, man, it's a joy, it's a blessing, it's a privilege. It's awesome to coach these guys. And I want to make sure that we're continuing to view each possession as valuable. So it's kind of been the message.
You mentioned the 17-point lead evaporating so quickly. Is there anything you can attribute that to, like as far as do you think the team's losing focus for a few moments, or just hot shooting tonight from UTEP?
UTEP, they shot 58% in the first half. So again, our makeup's different, John. You've seen us enough to know that. Like we don't have the same positional size. We start 2 5'9" guards. We're at a 7-man rotation right now. So were they though, and they had won 2 out of 3. But he shortened his bench, and so this you're going to see that more and more in this league, unless guys' philosophy are to play 9 and 10 guys. So again, I don't want to get too caught up on what we didn't do right or how a team came back. I want to make sure, like I see the reality of J.J. Harper, like 4 points, and I don't know how many in a row he scored double digits, but man, he was awesome tonight. You want to talk about a little things player or a winning plays player? If you statted those, we'd be talking about him right now. He'd be up here for media, but again, most of the time, you guys focus, no disrespect to you guys, focus on how many points did this guy score, how many assists he had to have a triple-double, and they come up here for that. And don't get me wrong, you need those statistics in order to win the game or to have a good game. But, man, our program doesn't celebrate that stuff. We celebrate, like, what is the right instance for the given possession that helps us be the best version of ourselves.
Along those lines, what did David Carter give you today? I mean, he's 17 minutes, only 2 points, but like a plus 20.
Yeah, he's playing really well. You know, his competence and his ability, he's not like most freshmen. He's got the ability to see what's next and not like, oh, man, I've only played 7 minutes. Or, oh, I got to score to stay in the game. And I think his maturity and his leadership, like Xander Carter's got a big future here. Yeah, and again, I trust him. So we have such good ball handling. Like it's hard for me to take those 3, and they're such weapons, those other 3 guards. But yeah, Xander Carter's going to play more for us.
And how pleased are you with Collins played tonight, especially coming off, the other night where he had to leave early, and then I know he's been dealing with that hamstring most of the season.
Yeah, John, he's a warrior. You know how I feel about him. I think he makes our team go in a lot of ways. Again, I think for the size and the physical stature that he and Caden possess, they play way bigger than whatever number is after that 5 in their height. And Colin, he embodies the principles, the values, the standards that our university has, our program has, and I'm happy he's healthy.
You talked about two players with Harper and Carter and what they do non-statistically. There are a number of times, especially in the second half, where you had guys poking the ball out when UTEP's trying to drive, getting on the floor after loose balls. How much do you notice that now, even before you go back and look at the film and the impact that had on helping your team put this game away?
Yeah, Ed, but it's an expectation of ours. That's a responsibility when you put on that jersey. Let's be fully invested and be a great teammate. And some of those aforementioned things necessitate you maybe sacrificing your body a little bit. And again, but that's part of our vetting process when we're recruiting. Will guys care enough about us or trying to get the desired result more than they will about individual stuff? And I think that's been fairly consistent since we've had our group here. That's what they're pursuing.
So Isaiah, in uniform today, some more updates.
I knew I was going to get this one.
Do you anticipate getting him back at all this year?
I said earlier he was out for the season. I think he's got a chance to return. We won't know until he's gone. He's got to get a brace. He's got to go through practice. His return to play is being very closely scrutinized. But it's nice to see him in a jersey. I feel for that kid. He's earned an opportunity to do whatever he wants in terms of wearing a uniform, going through warm-ups, giving it a try to see if he can do it. We owe him that.
Does it give your team a lift when they see him in a jersey, even if it's not play?
I'm not sure, Eddie. You'd have to ask them. They knew he wasn't going to play either. But maybe so, because he made a lot of shots in warm-ups. But I used to make them in warm-ups too.